details. Meanwhile, let's move on in the bulletin. Another big showdown that we have seen is when we hope the opposition to unite for India, there seem to be some dissenting voices. But let's tell you how at a time when Bharat has struck the heart of terrorism on 7th of May under Operation Sindoor. There were 9 terror hubs which were blown to smithereens. There were 10 members of Masood Azhar's family who were killed, and over 100 dreaded terrorists had been neutralized. But the fight against terror is far from over. In fact, it has just begun. 7 teams have been formed to convey Bharat's new terror doctrine to the global community. One of the multi-party delegations, which is headed by JDU MP Sanjay Kumar Jha, has departed from India to spread the government's message. Starting tomorrow, this panel will be visiting Japan, South Korea, Singapore, Indonesia, as well as Malaysia. Watch this.
We are going these 5 countries, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Indonesia and Singapore. We are leaving today, and purpose is to communicate to these countries or to the world. In past, India has shared all these information like DNA reports, like call details, all the sketches and all the details which we were briefed yesterday. India has been sharing with them. But if you share these documents with thieves who the country themselves himself involved in this terrorist activity.
What actually will be your mission, Bharat, this time?
Our mission is to communicate them that what we have done after the Pahalgam terror attack, and we have not only destroyed the terror camps which were harming Bharat, but we have also acted on some terror camps very deep inside Pakistan, which were harming the whole world and different countries other than Bharat.
So look at your copy-paste program. Bilawal Bhutto is also going to lead one of the delegation. So how do you see that Bilawal Bhutto leading the delegation to different countries?
Again, I told you, their agenda for the delegation is just to play a victim card and ask for more and more loans. We are not going for asking for loans.
जितने भी यूएन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल के मेंबर्स हैं उन देशों में हम जा रहे हैं, करीबन 15 के आसपास, और उसके अलावा जो ऐसे 5 देश जो आगामी दिनों में सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल के मेंबर्स बनेंगे वहां भी जा रहे हैं। और इसके अलावा कुछ ऐसे देशों को लिया गया है जहां जिसकी बात अंतर्जातीय स्तर पर सुनी जाती है, जो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। तो कुल मिलाकर करीबन 25 से अधिक देशों में हमारे प्रतिनिधिगण जा रहे हैं, ऐसा सरकार ने सोचा है।
In fact, 2 other delegations are going to be embarking for their destination over the next 2 days. One of them is going to be led by DMK MP Kanimori, who will be visiting the likes of Russia, Spain, Greece, and convey how Operation Sindoor successfully obliterated the terror in Pakistan. Another delegation that is going to be departing later today is going to be led by Shiv Sena MP Shrikant Shinde. Now, this panel will begin with a visit to the United Arab Emirates or the UAE, followed by trips to multiple African nations as well.
हमारा दल निकलेगा यूएई और वेस्ट अफ्रीका के लिए। माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में ये डेलीगेशन साथों के साथ डेलीगेशन अलग अलग देशों में जा रहे हैं, हमारे देश का, भारत का स्टैंड बताएं, और यहाँ पर एमईए के माध्यम से हर एक देश को ब्रीफिंग की गई है। उसी तरीके से हमारा स्टैंड टेररिज्म पे क्या है, किस प्रकार से इतने सालों तक भारत जो टेररिज्म के खिलाफ लड़ रहा है, उसके बारे में यहाँ पर ब्रीफिंग की गई। मुझे लगता है कि बहुत यूजफुल थी। इसका इस्तेमाल जो है जहाँ जहाँ हम लोग जाएंगे वहाँ वहाँ होता है।
So all the 3 delegations were briefed by the Foreign Secretary, Vikram Misri. In fact, let's take you through the message that these members are going to be spreading about Operation Sindoor across the world. This is the inside scoop that we are getting for you on Times Now. The first one is that there is a detailed briefing given on the ceasefire understanding which is currently there in place between India and Pakistan. Members have been told that Pakistan DGMO have made the first call, and it was not made by India, that Pakistani DGMO had called and asked to stop. Also, the third scoop, Members were told about Trump's mediation claim is being completely incorrect. That has been repeated several times at several platforms and forums by the Indian side that there was no third-party mediation involved whatsoever. Fourth scoop is that members had briefed in detail about Operation Sindoor, its objectives and what it managed to get at the end of this. In fact, what were the aims which were achieved. Also, the fifth scoop is that there was focus on India's concerns regarding terrorism, which has been an incessant problem. Sixth scoop is that the panels were asked to expose Pakistan on the issue of terrorism and terror funding. This is what sources are telling Times Now. Meanwhile, the entire country, of course, has united in this diplomatic mission. Even netas who have been picked for this noble cause have said nation comes first. But Congress, as a party, continues to put its own interests first and let the nation down. In fact, in the latest attempt to undermine Modi government's fight against terror, Congress MP Jairam Ramesh has quipped that multi-party delegations were formed out of Prime Minister Modi's desperation to improve his image that has been shattered globally. However, not all leaders of the grand old party are busy undermining the nation. There are some who are still saying, let's put nation first. One of them, the senior leader and former Home Minister, the former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram. Congress MP has welcomed the multi-party delegation, terming it as a good decision by the centre. P. Chidambaram has also fact-checked his own party's claims that the delegation is being used to boost PM Modi's image. Let me go across to Pragya. Pragya, very interesting voices which are coming in. Salman Khurshid, there is Shashi Tharoor, there is P. Chidambaram. But it doesn't seem that the voices of these veterans of Congress party, and they are literally some of the brightest minds of the Congress party, are trying to send to the top brass of the Parivar. But all these messages seem to have fallen on deaf ears when it comes to the Parivar and the top brass.
Absolutely, and the division in the Congress regarding this particular delegation and matter, it seems like it's very apparent. There are fissures in the political lines within the Congress as well, and this is the line that we had always seen in Congress about the old guard and the new guard. I think that is coming to fore now when the government has decided that few of the veterans should represent, from the Congress at least, should represent India when they're going to all these nations. Remember, these nations are very important because be it Latvia, Bahrain, the Congo, these are going to be non-permanent member of UNSC. So we need to isolate Pakistan on many global platforms, accordingly, and not just on the G7, G20, but also in UNSC. Because, remember the statement had come from UNSC where TRF could not be featured in the statement despite many efforts from India and despite the fact that we had given many evidence as well. Turkey was standing tall, and also China was standing tall with Pakistan on that. So all of that keeping in mind, we need veteran leaders to represent case of India in front of all these countries and also garner support, and not just support, to present our view also and to also expose Pakistan. So this is the reason why all party member delegation has been sent, and these voices, they have served in diplomatic roles somewhere, like Salman Khurshid was MOS External Affairs Minister. Shashi Tharoor had been very active in UN, and also he knows foreign policy better. But Congress wanted someone else to represent, and this looks like that they do not want to be seen with the government on the same page, despite the fact that they say that they are speaking in one voice when it comes to terror and Pakistan. It looks like the domestic politics is dominating the narrative in Congress right now, and this is the fear that Congress leaders are feeling of the new generation, and they do not want to be seen praising Modi government on all the effort that it is taking to ensure Pakistan is isolated.
But at the end of it, there are occasions when you ensure that you put your nation first, not the party line. And there are many veterans of the Congress party are openly, clearly doing so. Thank you so much, Pragya, for putting all of that into perspective. We'll keep coming back to you.